everybody, welcome back to Hearthstone Arena, Northernlion's Den. We're going to queue up here. We are 3-0 with this Shaman deck, much to my surprise, after, especially the first game that we played in the last episode. I was down like 26-7 or something like that. Came back and won like 7-0, and it was not really with one like soul-crushing drop. It was just kind of a gradual, like an arm wrestling type fight where I was right on the brink and then somehow summoned the adrenaline necessary to beat Sylvester Stallone and go over the top. In any case, by the way, if you're concerned, that is not an over-the-top spoiler. I've never actually seen the film myself, and I call it a film because it's the height of cinema, even though I haven't seen it. Sylvester Stallone arm wrestling biopic. What could be greater? So, I'm a little concerned because we are going second this time. Here's my philosophy on this. I'm going to keep all these cards. I'm going to explain why, and it's a very simple reason. 2, 3, 4. So we have a turn 2 play, a turn 3 play, and a turn 4 play. Turn 4 play. Sounds like a Web 2.0 site about learning how to, I don't know, 50 ways to please your lover. Anyway, we're going to end our turn here. Hello, greetings, Captain Rob. I like when you play people in Hearthstone with normal names. This guy seems like some kind of boat captain. That frightens me, because boat captains notoriously good at cards, and also they get salty if they lose. Fairy Dragon is a good card. What I was going to say is, the reason I don't like necessarily dropping Cobalt Geomancer on turn 2, which I'm going to have to do, is because it's a pretty bad 2-mana drop early in the game. You get the spell power +1, but since I don't have a lot of low-mana spells, that doesn't really do all that much for me, right? I prefer to drop it and then be able to get, like, insane value out of, like, Lava Blast. Okay, so he's gonna slam me here. 2 mana to deal with my 2-mana card seems totally fair, and now Fairy Dragon's on the field, and I can't do jack shit about it. I can actually play Jungle Panther, but I definitely do not want to trade Jungle Panther for Fairy Dragon. And this is something that's interesting. The Fairy Dragon is almost stealth, just because it can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. Jungle Panther is 1 more mana, 2 more, or 1 more attack, but I don't know, not nearly as good in my opinion. So I was thinking, could we use Spellbreaker and silence it? What's the point, right? What we could do is summon. I should summon a totem or play Oasis Snapjaw. What I think I'm gonna do is play Oasis Snapjaw, hope that everything lives, and then I can Flame Tongue Totem on the next turn, bam, bam, and do some damage to him, take out his armor at least, and maybe get a little extra. Who knows? But on the next turn, I can play Earth Elemental, which is a 7/8 5-mana creature. It comes with an overload penalty of 3, which is nuts, but it's a really good card apart from that. So it's going to be a card that's difficult to take out right off the bat. I don't know Warrior well enough to know if it has, like, Assassinate cards, but I am starting to feel like I have, like, a feel for how this deck goes, if that makes sense. And, maybe we'll wait a little bit on Earth Elemental. But my feeling for how this deck goes is that, basically, I fall behind early and then manage to pull it back. And we'll see if I can pull it back. Obviously, that's, you know, debatable, but so I think on this turn I'm going to Flame Tongue Totem, and then I'm going to summon the 2/3 wolves with Taunt. In fact, actually, I'm going to summon the Taunt wolves first, and this is going to come with an overload penalty, so I'll have to play Spellbreaker next turn. And I did this just so I would know where to drop Flame Tongue Totem. So if I drop Flame Tongue Totem here, this guy doesn't have Taunt, so I think I'm just going to directly attack the Warrior, and we'll see what I'm able to get up to on the next turn. This is weird, but I feel okay with it right now. We'll see if it ends up providing me with additional value as time goes on. 1 damage to all minions is pretty nasty, especially if he has 2 of them. Oh, okay, he got really nice value out of that. And then he should be able to, he'll probably use, yeah, the formerly Divine Shielded creature, and then he'll be able to get some awesome stuff out of that. Okay. So he dealt with it. He did really well. Oh, and there is an Execute card. I can't believe that's only 1 mana. There is some complaining right now that the Warrior class is like the new... I almost have to summon a totem. If I send out Spellbreaker, I don't get a good silence target, and he'll just be killed instantly. So I almost think we just summon a totem, and it's Searing Totems, whatever. It's better than just losing Spellbreaker. But there's some complaining that, you know, the Warrior class has been buffed to the point where it's kind of the predominant arena class right now, especially as you get more and more wins. This, of course, used to be a designation that belonged exclusively to the Rogue with all of its stupid combo cards. And Battle Rage is the card that is actually predominantly Wow. Predominantly the target of that rage, because for 3 mana, you managed to draw like a lot of cards. Draw a card for each damaged character. That was a 3 mana to draw 4 cards. Compare that to like Arcane Intellect from the Mage. Obviously, not every card has to be balanced against every other card in the game, because there are, you know, class distinctions as well. But certainly, I'm getting my ass kicked right now. We have to play Earth Elemental, and I think we summon a totem as well. And the reason I said that is because if we don't, we probably won't be alive next turn. So we have to at least provide something to soak up some damage. We can, because of Overload, I think we'll either Bloodlust next turn, or we could Earthen Ring Farseer, heal our Earth Elemental, assuming it lives, which it won't, because this creature has charge. Your minions can't be reduced below 1 health. Alright, that's a really good card. And I'm getting fucked up, basically. If I don't draw, like, Lightning Storm on this turn, I think I'm basically done. Lightning Storm, of course, does 2 damage to each end, 2 to 3 damage to all enemies. That is not it. I think I lose, quite frankly. I could... Alright. I'm going to Earthen Ring Farseer myself, destroy the charge creature, and summon hopefully a Taunt Totem, because that's all I've got. It's Stoneclaw Totem, so I may live. Stoneclaw Totem has saved my ass a couple of times, but this is looking like a consummate failure so far. Again, this is where I feel free to point out every single time that, at the very least, I've broken even on this arena run. And with 0 losses so far, I can afford to soak one up and then hopefully still, you know, come back and be okay. Flesh-Eating Ghoul in this situation is really good. The credit I'll give to Captain Rob right now, dude is not opening any doors. Like, he is leaving the door consistently shut by constantly summoning awesome benefits. I'm trying to think about how to do this. Yeah, sure. I'll kill that this turn. And since I have Divine Shield, I can also kill this turn and not actually die. So I continue to live. And weirdly enough, I may be starting to establish some sort of board control. But he has a card advantage. Oh, that is obviously a great trade for... Oh, no. I shouldn't have said anything. It was going so well before. Okay. He's playing really well. Dark Iron Dwarf doesn't do anything for me in this situation. I think this is the end of my life. We silence this minion, so he goes back to a 3/3. We summon a totem. And it's Stoneclaw Totem again. If I were him, I'd be pissed, because, you know, every turn that goes on is possibly a chance for me to pull this back a little bit. But yeah, obviously he got sweet value out of that, and if he just attacks my Spellbreaker, that's probably better for him, because I can otherwise get Dark Iron Dwarf and Bloodlust and do some damage next turn, but... he's basically in an unlosable position right now as I see it. We could get very lucky and maybe get Lightning Storm, establish board control. But let's see what he does. He has 10 mana and 4 cards. Okay, that is very nearly going to kill me. In fact, if he has any card that does damage, I'll die. Gnomish Inventor might give him that eventually, but not yet. Please God, Lightning Storm is my only chance. Young Priestess. That's not good enough. I'm just going to concede here. Well played. Well played. I'm trying to drop a well played, but yeah, he outplayed me there. His deck seems really well constructed. I didn't necessarily play fantastically, but I think I just ran up against somebody who has a much better deck and is probably a much better player than me. So I don't feel too bad about that. Still 3-1 feels pretty good. If I can get a 75% win rate all the time, I'd be an extraordinarily happy Hearthstone player. But we'll queue up and hopefully run up against someone who is a little bit more on my level. It's the thing with Arena is you never know who you're going to run into, because it says, oh, like, you 3 wins, 0 losses. You're playing bronze level players right now. That's not necessarily fair, because there's no way to be higher than 3-0 in your first 3 games of Arena. So we're playing against other people who are presumably in that same kind of range. I'm thankful I'm not going up against the same guy again. I'll be quite frank, I'd be scared about that. Going second here is awesome. I'm going to get rid of everything but Jungle Panther. Because I need some more early mana stuff, I think. I would love to draw my weapon. It doesn't seem to happen that often, though. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm okay with it for now. We'll see what he does. Or she does. And, yeah, okay, Earth Elemental is a really nice card. Do I want to... I'm just trying to think about how we want to deal with this. What I could do, of course, is coin Totem. But I don't want to do that if that causes... me to get a Searing Totem and he can just kill it instantly. Youthful Brewmaster is a really awesome 2-mana drop. I like it a lot. We'll essentially get exactly the same thing by dropping this. Both of our battle cries ended up being useless. And we'll let him kind of take the initiative here and choose what he wants to do. Next turn, I could coin Spellbreaker. I could Jungle Panther. But I want to save the coin as long as possible. It's a weird use of Arcane Intellect. My guess is he doesn't want to trade creatures. Okay. I kind of prefer that in all honesty because I could, yeah, exactly. By drawing Lightning Storm, I can get a board clear and still do damage to him. But obviously I don't want to use Lightning Storm just yet. There's no reason to silence him. I'll play Earthen Ring Farseer for now. Just heal up a little bit. There's something to be said for playing Jungle Panther as well, because then if he plays a 4-mana or a 4-health creature, I could trade for it, and probably, you know, maybe his creature would be worth more than mine. But I'm okay with this for now. I kind of want him to summon some more creatures. 2 mana to deal with my 3 mana is acceptable, I guess. I want him to summon more creatures because for Lightning Storm, I can just kill all of them instantly, basically. And in fact, maybe I'll just use Lightning Storm right now. The problem is that this has an overload cost for us. But it's going to make it impossible, of course, to play Earth Elemental as soon as I want. But it will give me some nice board control for sure. And after this, just to kind of maintain some extra board control, I'm going to coin into Totem. And Totem will give me a Healing Totem, which doesn't actually do anything for me right now. It only heals hurt minions, and none of my minions are hurt. So on the next turn, we'll only have 3. This gives us a convenient way to play Jungle Panther. I'm concerned about the enemy card advantage for sure. Abomination is an interesting play here. We will definitely not play... We have Spell Power plus... Oh, no, we don't. We'll definitely not play Jungle Panther, because this will actually get us hurt. But we got to do something for 2 mana, right? So, I don't know, maybe we summon like a Searing Totem. That's a Stoneclaw Totem, so he's got to attack that. And, we gotta knock him out, basically. So we'll attack him like so. Obviously, that just hurts us, but losing... We gotta knock this Abomination out, and I really do not want to summon any more creatures while Abomination is still alive, because they'll just die. So if I could find a way to just deal some damage to him, even if I have to use my weapon directly, that's fine. So he's got a secret. That could be Mirror Entity. If it is, I'd probably like to proc that with, like, Cobalt Geomancer. Now, here's an interesting question. Is, like... Do I really want to use... Oh, yeah, I could silence the Abomination. And then... What do I get out of it? Well, he could then get a Spellbreaker out on the board, which scares me a little bit. But a 4/1 creature is, like, nothing. This is an interesting situation. Let's play it. I'm assuming we're running up against Mirror Entity here. Is it? No, it was a 3-mana secret that was not Mirror Entity. I wonder if it's the armor then. Or it could be Counterspell. Let's taunt. Maybe that will get Counterspell out of the way. Nope, and we got Stoneclaw Totem, which is, again, the one that I wanted for sure. And the healing does nothing for us. I think there might have been a misplay for me in there, but I can't quite identify what it is just yet. He has to do that, of course. Now that Abomination is silenced, I'm pleased, because I can actually play cards. Ethereal Arcanist is going to be very frustrating to deal with, but the good news is, as a result of my Lava Burst, I can probably just kill him. But the bad news is, if he has Counterspell, this would just work immediately against me. So I almost feel like, ooh, I can't quite do that yet. What I was thinking is, Ancient Brewmaster, pull Spellbreaker back, and then silence again, but I don't quite have the mana to do it yet. But why don't we try to silence him, and I'm assuming this is going to be a Counterspell. Okay. Now, is there a second Counterspell? That is the question that is of the utmost importance here. And it concerns me a great deal, in all honesty. I'm thinking. You may be able to surmise that. Let's try. We gotta try, because if we don't knock this creature out, it's gonna be too strong. Good, he's dead. And we'll also kill Kirin Tor Mage, which is another creature that is frustrating. Oh, I totally should not have done that, because if I had okay, here's the thing. Would Spellbreaker have lived anyway? Probably not. So I'm not feeling like I made an enormous mistake there. But there was always the chance that he would have left Spellbreaker alive, and then I could have Ancient Brewmastered it. Okay, so we both got 4/2 stealth. That's fine. What I can actually do now... We have some overload problems. Again, I think there was a misplay in there. What I could do now is attack with the stealth creature, and assuming it lives, then... Oh, well, now I can't, because he's got... Jesus, this guy's got some good stuff going on. He's going to attack his own Acolyte of Pain. Yep. That's fairly standard. How do you do this? Because of the taunt creature, I've got a real fucking problem here. I just want the taunt creature to die, but I can't do anything about it. I think it might be a good time to play Earth Elemental. The issue is that this fucking Abomination, he's still getting value out of it, even though it's a 4/1. Yeah, I wonder too. I feel you. This is a problem. I wish I could stealth and not die to this Tauren Warrior, but there's no way around that. I'm gonna throw down Earth Elemental. And then, I don't know. I guess. We kind of have to. It's not a good use of our cards. And he can kill me just with the Stealth Creature and the Abomination next turn, which is, you know, better value. I'll still have the huge penalty from the overloads. Oh, or you can just do that. Yeah, I think we're going to lose this one as well. Yep, it's a very smart use for Acolyte of Pain. For like a 3-mana card, you get 3 card draw, and you kill a creature. Very well done. This guy's playing exceptionally well. I can't hate on this too much. Another secret. Okay. Now, we're in the tight spot. I think we summon a totem. Hope that it's Stoneclaw. It's not. It's Searing. I didn't want to actually click on that. That makes me look like I'm a terrible player now. Why don't we also summon Cobalt Geomancer? But I think we're probably going to be dead on the next turn, so I don't think it matters that much. We don't really have too many outs here is the problem. Do I still have Overload on the next turn? If so, that's nuts. All right, so here's the thing. Was that Flame Strike particularly valid or valuable for him? No, but it doesn't matter because just by playing that, he's going to be able to assure his victory almost certainly. So is there anything I can do this turn? I can kill Abomination, but I'll die as well. Apart from that, again, well played. I apologize, by the way, I'm not conceding because I'm a sore loser. I'm just conceding to make it a little bit faster because people did let me know that apparently in the StarCraft community, conceding is considered a good play or a nice thing to do, a considerate play because it does give the other person, you know, the ability to get into another game more quickly. There was no out for me there, and this is seeming like we're coming on the way down on this arena run. I'm happy with where we're at regardless. A 3-3 run with a class I've never played as really before, with a deck for a class I've never played as before is totally cool with me. And of course we're going to be going up against the same person again. Probably should have waited like 30 seconds, but this is something that I wish would be taken care of. Maybe not. Why don't we stick with it all? Flame Tongue Totem's not that useful right away. Twilight Drake maybe will become useful if we keep it, but the problem is he can just kill Young Priestess like instantly, but I kind of want to drop it out there as a 1-mana drop anyway. I don't know. He could, if he coin hero powers, he destroys it, but it's probably as much value as we're going to get out of Young Priestess anyway. I guess the ideal for Young Priestess is you get it late game, you already have minions out on the field, and then it actually does something for you. Here, I think it's probably a good play from him for sure, but whatever. This is fine. We get Earth Shock, which is a silence, which is very useful for us, but we'll summon a totem instead. Spell power +1. Yep. So now we deal 2 damage with Earth Shock, which is actually very nice as well. What are we going to do on the next turn? It's a damn good question, actually. That doesn't solve our problem. So this sounds crazy. Actually, no, I was going to say Flame Tongue Totem, then attack with the spell damage +1, but I don't think that's worth it. I think instead we just summon another totem. And this allows us to preserve a card in our hand, which makes our next turn's Twilight Drake a little bit more valuable. Anyway. What I was getting at before is, like, again, not that I'm being a sore loser for playing against the same guy again, although it is kind of frustrating, but it is something that I hope is fixed when more players get into the game, is not having as high a chance to seemingly queue against the same person over and over. So I'm going to use Flame Tongue Totem here. And the way that I think this will work, unless he counters it somehow, oh, please tell me that's... Oh, you know, Mirror Entity is not that bad in this situation. It makes Kirin Tor Mage really strong, but then I just destroy Kirin Tor Mage with my... Searing Totem, which is like a totally fair trade. And then it's like, do I summon another totem, or do I, you know, silence this and then kill it? I think I silence it and kill it because I definitely do not want him to have the value out of this. In fact, since this is 0 and 1, I might just attack afterwards and maybe we'll find a better way to kill it. I don't know. I understand that that was maybe not the best play. That silence is probably better used later, but I didn't want him to play like some charge creatures or something, and then he's got a lot of outs or something. So next turn we have 3 pretty good plays, I think. Twilight Drake is obviously a card that you know, the sooner you play it, kind of the better. Dark Iron Dwarf, maybe. Oasis Snapjaw, I like a great deal. But if we're gonna, Twilight Drake right now would be a 4/5 for 4 mana, which is completely fine. And then on the next turn, Sorry, 6-5 because of the Flame Tongue Totem. On the next turn, if Twilight Drake lives, it'll get some good attacks. But also, we could Dark Iron Dwarf on the other side. Dark Iron Dwarf will be a 6-4, and Twilight Drake will be 8 attack. Although, that could be a counter spell. That could be a mirror entity. If it's a mirror entity, I would... I don't know who I'd want to summon if it's a mirror entity. Let's summon Dark Iron Dwarf. And I'm doing this because if he summons his own Dark Iron Dwarf, I can kill it this turn. Alright. That's good. We'll summon our own totem, and our totem is... Searing, which is not that meaningful. Oh! Done, please. No! Vaporize! I was really hoping it was the one that actually gave him the armor instead. I should have used Searing Totem there and baited out the spell. Bad play. Misplay, but it's also illustrative of how this guy is doing some good tactics. Now, he should not be up. Jesus, this guy's got smart card draw. Now, Earth Elemental seems like a good play here. Kill Cult Master. I'm going to put it over here, just in case I get another Flame Tongue Totem. And now we'll actually be able to do some damage for like the first time ever. He'll have 7 mana. Flame Strike won't kill Flame Elemental, though. Fire Elemental, sorry. And I feel like I'm in a much more controllable position than last time, even though I did make a pretty major misplay by losing Twilight Drake. Oh, now, I wonder if he's going to use like Flame Strike next turn, or if just Fireball now. 4 mana for 6 damage, Fireball. He's got insane cards. Or the insane number of cards. I wouldn't be surprised if he had that card in his hand. It is a fairly common mage card, and a fairly well-respected mage card as well. Okay, we're going to see if that's Vaporize. And the way we'll check that is just by doing this, of course. It's not. It's probably Mirror Entity then. And if it's Mirror Entity, we will play Cobalt Geomancer. It's not. So it's probably Counterspell then. And that doesn't worry me all that much. I'm assuming like a Flame Strike is coming on the next turn, so I don't necessarily want to play a creature that could die. So maybe I'll play Stranglethorn Tiger, because that'll totally live through a Flame Strike. And it can't be targeted either, so it can still do 5 damage to the enemy. But I am expecting a 7 mana Flame Strike on this turn. And the secret is Counterspell. Yep, there we go. So again, I played the Tiger explicitly so it would live. I think that was a very good play. We play Earthen Ring Farseer. We heal up our Tiger a little bit. And now with 6 mana, I think we play Oasis Snapjaw. And honestly, after that, I think we summon a totem. And if it's a taunt totem, we're sitting in a fairly good position. So, obviously, he's in a position where he could potentially die on the next turn, but he has a lot of cards, so I'm thinking that he'll probably have some out here. Polymorph is going to cost him 4 mana, and I'm getting more comforted as I see more and more cards come out, because he's using, obviously, like, all of his mana, eventually, to make this happen. I don't have any spells, so, like, Counterspell can't even do anything. So he hits the Polymorph creature. I will trade Earthen Ring Farce. Maybe I won't, actually. Do I have any good taunts? It's not good enough. Spellbreaker silences him, and then I deal 6 damage. So I think that's pretty good. Unless Counterspell stops it, but that's okay. At least I got the minion on the field. And then I deal 6 damage directly to him. 1, 2, 3. And honestly, just to maybe ensure things go okay for me, I'm going to take the silence back into my hand. Just so if he plays a taunt next turn, I can hopefully still find a way to deal that 1 damage to him. And hopefully we'll summon a taunt of our own. It's actually spell power +1. Or spell damage +1. So obviously, considering it's 30-1 right now, I'm feeling pretty good. He's going to use Arcane Intellect. That's probably like a desperate move in order to get some cards that maybe could save him somehow. Molten Giant is obviously a crazy good card here. Deals 4 damage to all enemy minions. That'll kill everything. Except for Oasis Snapjaw, so he has to concede. Yep. Fair enough. That was a really good game. I'm happy to have pulled one back against someone who beat me earlier. That always feels good. Didn't quite level up, but hey, there's some more gold for us. We've earned 80 gold over the course of this Shaman arena run, just in this one day, which is pretty nice. That's half of an arena entry rate there. So we're up to 4 wins, 2 losses. At least I redeemed myself a little bit with the third game there. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Hearthstone Arena Northernlion's Den. If you did, make sure to click the like button. It helps me out a lot. Of course, you can always subscribe if you want to be notified of more daily Hearthstone videos. I am doing them every single day, ad infinitum, apparently. And leave a comment letting me know what you liked, what you didn't like, or what I could do better in my play. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time.